Final call for bus 423. Final call for bus 424. Again, final
Okay.
call for bus 423 and 424.
Hi, Miss Poag. I'm so glad you're here today. Oh my
Miss
gosh.
Hicks, thank you so much for letting me come to your classroom yesterday and observe your lesson. How has your day been going today?
Oh, it's been wonderful. We had a field trip. We took them to the Career Center so they got to see other options besides college.
Awesome. Okay, so what were your thoughts about the lesson that you taught yesterday that I observed?
I thought my lesson went pretty well. I did think that I was able to, relate some of the things we had talked about the previous day by having them do an activity, and then going forward, we moved on into the rocks to where they knew what we were talking about.
Okay.
All built up to where we got to yesterday.
Yeah. Okay. During the lesson, I noticed that there were several opportunities for the students to participate in the hands-on activities you had to learn about the material that you're teaching. At the beginning, they were able to build with the Legos, and then they played the game out in the hallway where they got to run them down and drop them off in the square and run back. And that was about the sediment and deposition.
Mm-hmm.
Is that correct?
And yes, and weathering and erosion.
Okay. Yes. And then you did the gobstopper.
Yes.
Which is what y'all talked about was erosion.
With the
Is that-
weathering, yes.
Okay.
That
Yes.
is correct.
So what did you think the advantages or the disadvantages were of you using those kind of hands-on activities where they got to move around and do
In
stuff
that
like
class that you observed, I have a lot of hands-on learners. I have a big difference in learning as far as high-level learners and very low-level learners. I have the inclusion kids. I have, the ones that are in honors class.
Right.
So when they use hands-on manipulatives, it actually, I feel like, kind of shortens that gap and everybody's on the same wavelength.
Great. So what I'm hearing you say is the hands-on really helps connect the lower level learners to the high kids, and it kind of brings them all onto the same page.
Yes.
Okay. How will your students use these hands-on activities to help learn and remember the content that you're teaching?
Well, I'm hoping that when it comes test time that they will remember us going in the hall and saying, oh, I built a rock. Okay, then I took a piece off. That was a piece of sediment after it had erosion. And then we have to deposit it down the middle of the square so that they can all
And
bring
bus
it back.
427.
Good. So you just want them to remember that, hopefully with that fun, crazy activity out in the hallway, they can think back to that on the test and remember the concepts that went with it.
Yes.
Okay, great. Okay, during the note-taking part of your lesson, I noticed that some students did not follow along the entire time with the PowerPoint. I saw one student who was texting on a cell phone, and then one who, from what I noticed, didn't write anything down. So how do you hold your students accountable for the notes they're expected to take in class?
Right. We do have a point system in our class, and so sometimes I just,
I love
instead of addressing them directly, they know the rules, they know the expectations, I will just take that point, I'll remind them that I've taken that point. They're going to slip the cell phone in here and there, and I just don't see. And then the one that was not taking notes, unfortunately, he cannot read or write. But my hope
We are
is that
loading
they'll
bus
take
432,
even the activities,
425,
they'll take the notes
427.
that they've
Again, we are loading bus
taken,
432, 425,
and
and
then they'll be
427.
ready for the test. And
Okay.
we'll review.
So you use a point system in your class as your management strategies to keep them on task and keep them engaged, and they know they've already are aware of what happens when they lose points and when they don't lose points, so they know the consequences they're going to get.
That is correct.
Okay, great. How could you, if it was appropriate, integrate technology into that note-taking part of the class?
Yesterday we took a guided notes, and I could have gone in and made the blanks active to where they could have typed in it. However, I had not done that, so that would be a great thing for me to do for next year, is to go and make it to where they could write in there. Also, we have many different styles of taking our notes. Sometimes we take them on a digital ISN, or in our digital bell ringer, things of that nature. So, yeah.
Okay, so you have ways that you use technology. Yesterday was just not a day that you were using those. You just wanted to do the guided written notes.
Yeah, and I like to keep it varied because sometimes the computers
Final call for
can
bus
be a nuisance
432,
Exactly.
425, and 427. Final call for
Okay,
bus
so
432.
share with me how
425.
and maybe you already have this in a plan. How can
427,
you
all the remaining bus riders
continue?
report to the cafeteria. All the remaining riders report to the cafeteria.
Okay, how could you continue to use hands-on activities like they did yesterday in future lessons?
Yeah, as we go through
All Panther Success Students,
as we go
please
through this
report to your
unit, we
classroom.
actually
All
are
Panther
going to be
Success
doing
students,
more
please
hands-on things
report
as
to your
far as
classroom.
the plate tectonics and the rock cycle, and they'll actually be swishing some starburst and heating them up, and so it just shows more of, they kind of understand what they can't see.
Yeah. Wow, it really sounds like you have planned to keep these activities coming. I enjoyed
Yes.
watching it yesterday. I thought it was very
Thank
entertaining.
you. Thank you.
Okay, well, as I continue to visit your classroom, I'll be looking for evidence to support those hands-on activities. Do you have any questions for me about the lesson?
No, thank you for coming to visit us.
Thank you
We
so
enjoyed
much for
having
letting
you.
me come visit. I enjoyed it. I can't wait to come back again.
Yay!